Do you lead a busy lifestyle and don't always have time to plan dinner? I've got just the thing for you. Hi, I'm Jill from thisoldgal.com, and today on In the Kitchen with Jill, I'm going to show you how to make a one-pot meal with only a few ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. Soccer mom, spaghetti and meatballs. You know, you take the kids to school, to soccer practice, and by the time you get home, it's late. You want to get dinner on the table really fast. This recipe is for you. You can use frozen meatballs from the grocery store. Just keep some bags in your freezer, or you can make your own meatballs and freeze them and use them. So only a few ingredients, and we're going to make a delicious one-pot meal. Here we go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is add a little bit of olive oil to the cooking pot. This just helps the spaghetti from sticking together. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add the meatballs. Now, you can use a bag of frozen meatballs from the grocery store, or we like to make our meatballs and freeze them so that this meal is super, super quick. So now we're going to add our meatballs. This is about 24 ounces of meatballs. After you've added your meatballs, you want to grab your spaghetti. It's going to be a pound of spaghetti. Break it in half so that it fits, and just put it in the pot. Just like this. Push it in there. And one more handful. We've got 1 pound of spaghetti. Try to use a good spaghetti like Tonkinese. It seems to hold up best under pressure and will always be al dente. When cooking spaghetti, you always want to make sure to salt your cooking water. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Just put it right in there. It's the only time the spaghetti will be able to absorb a seasoning. After that's done, we're going to use a jar of spaghetti sauce. I like to use this brand. It's pretty natural and it's very good.
It's very low in sugar.
Very low in sugar. I'm using tomato basil sauce. Also, the reason I added the oil is it makes the sauce taste a little bit more like homemade. So we're going to add the entire jar of sauce. Just pour it right in there. Alright, so after you have added the sauce, you're going to want to add the water. So I'm adding 3 cups of water. What I've done was I've just poured the water into the jar of spaghetti sauce and just pour that right in. Carefully pour it in. Make sure you get some down on the sides, just like that. And you want to make sure the spaghetti is all covered. Okay? So now we're ready to go. And that's it. So now we're going to lock on the lid, just like this. Now, what you want to do is push the valve behind you, and we're going to set the time for, in this case, we're going to pressure cook it for 3 minutes. You want to check the box of your spaghetti. Look at the least cook time, cut it in half, and then subtract 2 minutes. This will make sure your spaghetti is al dente, because then we're going to do a little bit of a natural pressure release so that things don't come flying out of the valve. The pin just dropped. Here we go. Open it away from you so you don't get burned in the face. Alright, there's a lot of liquid right now, but it's going to continue to absorb. The noodles will. You want to mix it around. It looks perfect. Everything will be nicely cooked. Perfectly cooked. How do you like that? This is a one-pot, instant pot spaghetti and meatballs, also known as soccer mom. Because you can go pick up your kids at soccer, come home, and have a nice spaghetti dinner. It's gorgeous.
I'm ready to eat.
Alright, so let's show you what it looks like. Oh boy. Look at that, it's perfect. Perfect spaghetti.
You're going to need to do some cleaning.
Am I making a mess?
Always.
Alright, so there it is. You want to get this off there for me? Thank you. Alright, so then can you wipe my finger too? Look. Alright, so see how that looks? Terrific. Take some cheese if you want. Sprinkle it on top. Like that. And it's good to go. We're ready to taste. So wasn't that easy? Well, I'm armed with my fork and I'm ready to taste. You know, also, if you want, we just use water when we made this, but you clearly can use some chicken broth. Just grab some Better Than Bouillon chicken base, put it in your fridge, add a couple teaspoons of the base and water, and you'll have a nice, rich chicken broth flavor with your meatballs. So I'm going to taste this now. Oh, this looks so good. Hey, you
Hello.
have some too?
Yeah.
I'm going to taste this.
I want to put some more cheese on there.
Okay, go ahead. Never enough cheese for you, is there, Ed?
Never enough cheese.
Alright, so let me taste this.
You can never have enough cheese.
Hot.
Okay, my turn.
This is really delicious. You know, what we like to do is get a bunch of meat, especially when it's on sale, ground beef or ground pork, whatever you like. Make some meatballs however you like it, your special way, and stick it in the freezer. Or you can just buy some bags at the grocery store and keep it in the freezer. And when you come home, whatever time it is, you pull it all out and you cook it.
That's good.
Is it good? You like the meatballs, Ed? Now, Ed made the meatballs. We actually like homemade meatballs better than store-bought, but, you know, there are some really good store-bought brands. So what do you think? Tastes good?
Yeah. I could eat this several nights in a row.
Well, you're a big spaghetti guy.
Yeah.
What do you think of cooking it all in one pot like that? With the meatballs and everything. The meatballs are perfectly cooked and they're nice and light.
Yeah, and it makes a lot easier cleanup too.
Yeah, and you notice that the spaghetti is nice and single pieces. Now, sometimes spaghetti will clump when you're doing it in one pot. Don't freak out about it. Mix it in. You know, just mix it in and or pull it apart with your fork or with a spaghetti puller outer thingy. Just what that's called. But this is so simple, seriously. And you know, you don't have to be a soccer mom to make this. You know, you could be working long hours, or you know what, you just like it.
So.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today on In the Kitchen with Jill. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, and don't forget to push that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up below, a like, a thumbs up, whatever channel you're on. You can also follow me on Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram, and look for me as This Old Gal Cooks. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Bye. We'll see you again next time.
One more bite.
One more.
Hey everybody, Ed here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us on social media. We'll see you in the next video.